Hey guys, welcome back to the Simply Knives YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a look at the TwoSun ts229. This is in 14C28N, Jelly Jerry design. It's a pretty big boy. I think this is like a, general size of a knife. This is the Appalachian Drifter. And as you can see, it is substantially bigger than it. Let me just show you the blade sizes. But yeah, Appalachian Drifter is like a general EDC size. This one definitely fills up your whole hand. It's got a really pretty wicked blade on it too. Looks awesome. So let's just kind of go over an overview. We got a nice titanium sub frame lock, I guess you would call it. The pocket clip is a little interesting. It's pretty long, but the tension, it's not too bad. It's not too hard to slide in and out of the pocket. There's also nothing where it's like catching on it. It's just on the actual carbon fiber. The carbon fiber inserts are looking real good. They're just a little bit proud of the titanium, but the transitions are pretty good, and I think it looks really awesome. I always like the TwoSun carbon fiber, to be honest. So, yep, take a look at the action. Really good. Yeah, the action is awesome on this thing. Look at this. It's so smooth. Like, unbelievably smooth. This is, yeah, one of the smoothest knives that I currently have. And I do love this TwoSun a lot. I just think it's a cool, unique design. Let's take a look at the blade a little bit. It's got a flat grind on there. You know, you see this little sort of Tonto-esque sort of format on there. I guess would this be a clip point? Maybe? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not really good at the whole blade shape thing. But this thing is screaming sharp as well, which is nice. Really easy to open with both hands. Pretty easy to function the front flipper. And definitely really easy to get that out. I will say one thing though. What was it? I think that you can shake it out pretty easily. Maybe not. Hold up. Well, I guess it wouldn't shake out in your pocket or anything. The D10 is strong enough to avoid that, which is nice. But yeah, the action on this thing, pretty impeccable. Really fun to fidget with. And yep, it comes screaming sharp. 14C28N. I feel like this one has better grind lines than some of the other older 14C28N ones. I noticed that TwoSun is constantly improving with their newer models. The fit and finish is generally just a lot better. They don't have super jagged edges all over the blades where you can like potentially... I literally sliced my hand on like one of these parts of the blades here on a different TwoSun. Take a look at the centering. As you see, that is pretty good. Also, just look how nice that grind down to a point is. Yeah, absolutely no blade play. I also noticed that a lot of TwoSuns, generally if you like play with them a lot, their pivots kind of come loose. But this one and some of the newer ones, I think they're being mindful of that. So that is a good sign of their quality control and improvement. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the ergonomics on this thing. So it definitely fills up your whole hand. And it's not uncomfortable at all. I mean, I guess the only uncomfortable part would be this right here. It's just kind of maybe a little sharp, but really not too bad, to be honest. I guess you can choke up here if you want to. Not really as comfortable. So I feel like this is probably just a good grip all around. It does, yeah, so you got a nice sharpener's toil there. And this knife just is pretty gorgeous, to be honest. I'm really pretty much floored by the action on this thing. Great centering. No blade play, good fit and finish, great materials. TwoSun sort of just has their way, and you know, they have good materials, good fit and finish, action, ball bearings, and really cool, unique designs. Jelly Jerry is always a fun designer. And this knife really is pretty fun to fidget with, just because of how smooth it is, and how satisfying that middle finger flick is. I also appreciate that when you're closing it, the blade doesn't hit your thumb, and it actually gets past that detent ramp. So let's see, on this knife, the detent is maybe like right here. Yeah, at this stage. And then they do have a detent ramp, so you can easily push it, and it just falls shut. So that is some very nice points on this knife. I think the TS229, yeah, I said this already, but both in design, function, action, and just, you know, overall fit and finish, this is probably one of my favorite TwoSuns right now. It's very unique. It might be a little intimidating for some people to see it though, because it is a pretty big knife with a pretty badass blade. So, but yeah, let's kind of just go over an overview again. Great materials. The blade's awesome. 14C28N is a good steel. This knife definitely excels in its action and fidgetability. It just does them really well. So I feel like those are two of my favorite things to have in a knife. Just have it be like fun to flip around and use, and then also for it to be super smooth. And then of course, you know, in design, like this design looks awesome. It's just very unique. Relatively comfortable. It could improve on some of the ergonomics, but I think that for the whole package you're getting here, that this knife is pretty much just an all-around win. The ergonomic flaws are minor at best, or minor, yeah, at worst. I don't know. They're just not that bad. The jimping up here, it's like fine. Maybe if you had gloves on, it would be pretty good, but other than that, you know, you can get kind of a good grip back in this section. Oh, by the way, there's the stop pin there. Does that have any internal milling? No, I don't believe so. But yeah, as you see, this knife is just a dream to fidget with. It comes screaming sharp, so it's good, effective blade. I've enjoyed using it. Everyone I've shown it to has said that this knife is super cool. And yeah, this is just a really good one. Great design, fit and finish, action, centering, no blade play. It's just good all around. And I think the only really flaw that I have with it could be the pocket clip. It's a little bit long. It's not too bad on the deep carry though. I feel like that's acceptable. Yeah, so the pocket clip is just a bit long. And let's see, just kind of go over the edges. I think that these edges should be chamfered just a bit. But other than that, I think the knife is pretty much just excellent. So they have an M390 version of this out as well, I'm pretty sure. I think this one's called the Megalodon. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up later, and I'll put it in the title. But yeah, the TwoSun ts229, a very good option. And I could definitely recommend this one to anyone who's looking for a front flipper. It's actually pretty easy to operate too as a front flipper, which you don't always get that. All right, so that's it for the video. If you guys like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll just be posting knife reviews and unboxings, and occasionally a top 5 or 10 list. So if you'd like to see my thoughts on those, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you like this knife and this video, go ahead and throw it a thumbs up. And please let me know what your guys' opinions are of this knife. I always like hearing what you guys have to say about the knives as well. All right, guys, that's it for now. Peace.